What are satellite assemblies? These are not the satellites which you are thinking about. These are the .NET assemblies. And what are these? These are sole responsible for doing the localization in your application or your system. Basically .NET applications. So consider you have an application where it is being developed in English language, and whenever you open it you can see all the text, everything in your application which is in English. Now the same application is being opened in Japan, so there's a difficulty in reading the English. So based on the local language or the global place, how do you convert it into the local language? Yes, it is being possible by satellite assemblies. So this application would be shown in Japanese language. This portal would be shown in the Japanese language if your application is developed in .NET application or .NET framework. And these all are possible due to the satellite assembly. For example, again, if you have an application, suppose this is an example, the screenshot you can see, this software is being seen in Japanese language or German language or in French language. Yes, you can do the localization based on your global place used by .NET assembly, and the assembly is called satellite assembly.
So let's see the example how the satellite assembly works. So in the satellite assemblies, first we have English. For example, as I mentioned, that different type of languages like English, Germany or Russian or Japanese. So the resource file gets generated, and the resource file we have a suffix. For example, for English we have en-us, and suppose you want your text to be converted into high world, or it is a high world text. So in the satellite assembly for English it would be high world. For French it would be fr-fr, that would be suffix in your assembly in the DLL or resource file, and it will be converted into the same high world, which will convert into salut tot le monde. Sorry, a little bit pronunciation difference. Same way with the Russian. So Russian it would be ru, and it would be the same like how it is mentioned. So next we will see how exactly it will be shown into your Visual Studio. If you have how the property and the settings, it will be shown into your Visual Studio .NET framework. So the satellite assemblies would be shown in a way like, for example, here you have a my.dir. So these are the main directory, and the app.exe, string.txt resources, they are the default resource files, and it is how it is mentioned. So in my directory these files would be there, and the resource file will be converted into respective files. For example, if you have a German, so it will be there with the D directory. In that D you will be having 3 files. Again, for the Japanese it will be having 3 files. For example, now let's take an example of D. What are the other files are there? So in that D we have 3 files: d.txt, d.resources, and resources.dll. So this is the normal text file which will be localized into German, and the resources file which will be created from the string file, and finally the resources.dll, it will be a satellite assembly compiled from the string.d.resources. It will compile from here, and it will be considered as a DLL. Same way with the other Japanese files. So this is the way it assembles, and it looks like into your assembly directory into the .NET. So these are again the satellite assembly arrangement into it.
Now you have been knowing that how we use it, the satellite assemblies. So these are the resource file, and it's kept somewhere. Now these are all the application which is being developed, and we generate the resource file for the localization, which is nothing but satellite assemblies. Now I think it is very much clear how you can achieve this magic using the satellite assembly, but it is not as simple as that. There are a lot more things are involved in it. And how do you achieve this functionality? How do you create the satellite assemblies? How do you name the resource file which belongs to the particular name of the language in satellite assemblies? And how do you load it to make this happen? Or converting any application into the local language, how this happened. If you really want to know in a great detail, you need to give your feedback into this video by writing your comments in the comment section. If you really need more detail, so the detailed video will be coming soon based on only your feedback. So again, I am Vivek Kumar and I welcome you towards my channel Buddhi Towards Wisdom. So happy learning.